Hello. I just woke up. Let me see. What we doing? Let me see what's going on. We gotta reset the chart. Cool. Cool. We want to go. No, no, no. Like this. It's right here. Bitcoin. 930. 830. 1030. 5. High. Low. Low. No high within Asian session works because it was all passed up. No biggie. We're in a downtrend. We broke structure. Order block here. Let's just go ahead and take care of this. This is a low outside of session. Goes down up. And it's like right there. The most recent high is still up there. So it looks like we have relative equal highs. Very relative equal highs. So I think price is going to go higher based on that right there. How close that right there is, to be completely honest. What's it got to do to manipulate up into that, though, is my honest opinion. I think it's actually got to manipulate this to continue lower. Because we've been in a retrace for a while. We broke structure on the higher time frame, right here, on the 4-hour. Yeah, you can see that pretty clearly. All the way up here, cool. We made a high, and we just recently broke structure right here out of this high, making this right here an order block. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I see you. You got a mess you got to clean up. Buddy took a whole bowl of animal crackers and decided, you know what? I think decorating the floor with them would be kind of pretty. Let's see if Mom likes it. She don't like it. Nobody likes it because there's food all over the living room now. Yeah, he's gonna go clean them up. So, but yeah, back to what I was saying. We made a new high, came down a little bit. We cleaned this entire leg down. Saw it was gonna retrace back up. Got out of it while we could. Retrace, made a new high. It was lower within trend. Cool. We broke structure on the 4-hour out of this downtrend that we were in, making this order block here a thing. Move up. Now we need to see. Okay, so I think it is going to move back down. Why do I think it's going to move back down? Because this is a very clear order block, like hands down, and a fair value gap. I think this is going to get hit first. It's got to come up, manipulate this high. It's going to reach up above it. It won't invert this. I think that's what this is doing right now. It's manipulating this high so it can come down and claim this order block here. That's a 4-hour order block on that line there. Go ahead and move to the hour real quick, see if I can find anything else. Because this whole thing, on the hour, it's more depicted right here. Because this right here, this moved down as an order block. Because this was the break of structure, right? Yeah. That was the high that was made. We broke there. On the lower time frame, the hour though, the break of structure was right here because of this high, and then this was an order block here. So we have a 4-hour order block, we have a 1-hour order block. We'll retrace, move, break of structure here, order block there. Move, high, break of structure again, order block there. Very indecisive. Price knows what it wants to do though, then this. We've created trend line lows all the way up through this. But we have major stack of confluences right here. And the fact that these are relative equal highs, I think what price is going to do recently, like here in the next couple of hours, it's going to come up, visit this again. If not, it's going to revisit wherever we broke structure in this. And well, we have to break structure first, create an order block, and then see it come down. Yeah, because we have to break structure. I can easily say that right there, manipulated this high. We haven't broke structure on the NASDAQ either. I don't know, it's very hard to tell. I think it's going to go higher, but only high enough to manipulate that high. They're relative equal highs, so that's a thing. But immediately after they manipulate the high, they're going to fly back down, hit a low. Break of structure, high made there, order block there. Place that there, keep it nice and good. We have a low here we could draw liquidity from. Also, fair value got there, fair value got there. Show the 4-hour real quick. Okay, so here's our high. That is interesting. NASDAQ is telling us something completely different. So we have a move up here, right? We make a high. We break up above that high. So this is our break of structure. This is our order block. We move down, break structure again, making this an order block. Okay? Move up, move down, move up. Break of structure off of this high, order block. Are you with me so far? That move makes sense. We move up after breaking the structure. Keep moving. Fair value gap, invert this, disrespect the order blocks scenarios here, and we keep going higher. You retrace back down a little bit, but it's not enough to revisit this area at all. So right now, this is of high confluence. The only thing keeping the price up is the fact that we've inverted that fair value gap right here. There's another fair value gap right here, and the high outside of current price action on the 4-hour is this right here. Let's take a look at the hour. The high on the hour has already been passed up. The next high would be right here. So for it to continue higher, it'll need to come down, revisit this right here from this break of structure, manipulate this low, and then continue higher. Did we break structure there as well? Yes, we did. Okay, so I think the general direction is up, but it's got to manipulate this right here first. We have 2 order blocks, fair value gap. This is pretty much the same setup we had a couple trades ago. The thing is, it might manipulate this to continue lower. It may have already manipulated this fair value gap here just to fill a couple of orders. It might consolidate a little bit and then continue higher. The biggest problem I see right now is that these 3 highs, these 3 draws on liquidity, do not have a fair value gap between them. Do not have really much else. I mean, this right here, from here to here is an order block. From here to here is a break block. Sure, they can revisit this, but there's a problem. Order blocks is price manipulating highs to fuel their sell orders to push price lower. We got that. The breaker blocks are confirmation that orders have been filled, and that price is going to continue in a downtrend because there's nowhere else higher for it to go. That is an all-time high right now. As a result, even in current price action right now, if it were to revisit that, there'd be an imbalance, right? It would have to continue higher to create a new all-time high for the price to reach towards. But because, again, orders had already been filled, and there are so many more confluences underneath this right here, like there's order block here, order block here, order block here, fair value gap, fair value gap, fair value gap, fair value gap. There is so much imbalance within this right here. I'm strongly debating on saying it'll continue higher. Like my look at the market screams and says it's going to go up, hit that high without clearing the breaker block, this line, or the order block, this line, or this high at all. It's going to come up within this wick above the briefest of wicks you've ever seen, close below, and then move itself from going higher. It's going to hit all of these really quickly. It'll do another move kind of like this right here, because there is so much imbalance in this, and these confluences are so much closer to each other. Price is lazy. Think of it like lightning. It's going to take the most direct path to where it's going. And right now, that path is as high as it can get without disturbing any of this, creating more of an imbalance, and then moving lower. But then again, I could be wrong, because there's got to be an imbalance for price to move in that direction. Right now, price is saying, I want to move down. But it's got to revisit some areas to confirm for us that it's going to move lower. Does that make sense? We're on the hour right now. This is the S&P. We'll go ahead and mark this. So we had a breakup structure here making this an order block. Okay. I know that's sloppy. I don't really care. Because the break structure again here making this right here an order block. Okay. Same area. Right? But wait, there's more. We did not break structure there. But this whole thing's an order block because we created a high on the 4 hour. And that's one. This is not an order block. Except maybe on the 30-minute. We break structure there. Order block. That's obvious. And come on down. Sweep, we're in a downtrend. Break a structure off of this high, making this whole thing an order block here. So from this down to this. Boom. That's an order block. Okay? See if our 30-minute says something else over here. Keep in mind, we have not broke structure in this right here at all yet. Though we've created a high, created a low, right? We're looking for price to continue higher. I did not mark this as a low. Might be smart of me to do so. That's not the lowest low of London session either. It'd be that right there. Those two match. It's fine. I could see the range right now, what it's doing, where it's going, what it'd be manipulating. So I think it works. This right here is an order block. Let's go to the hour. Get a broader view. Yep. Okay, so same story. Break of structure, order block here. Break of structure, order block there. Order blocks are signs of continuation. In what direction? Well, the break of structure immediately after. Okay. From there, we want to see, this is a huge move down. For value gap, for value gap, for value gap, for value gap, for value gap. Cool. Now for this order block. I think we did pretty well marking this range right here. Let's go to the 30-minute real quick. Because we have move down, cool, break of structure, order block. The high is here, which works. We broke structure here. This is another order block here. Okay? Okay. Break, order block there. Move higher. Breaker block revisits this order block, closes within, moves higher. Cool. Same story there. Actually, this right here clears up all of this, making that almost obsolete. Almost, except it's still visible on the hour. No, it didn't. Okay. But it is counted as an entire move up, even beyond the break of structure. This is still an order block on the higher time frame. Higher time frame holds higher power. So this being a well-defined order block, break of structure, order block, break of structure, order block, right? Two directions. This is an order block. My thought is, because this is on a higher time frame, we need to see on a high time frame a retrace down into this range for a breaker block. Move up. Same story here. If we get a move down within this, it'll manipulate this to move higher. But if we see this manipulated first, and then, of course, this high manipulated after, which I'm looking at it, right? It's already been manipulated past. Which tells me, on the NASDAQ at the very least, price is about to go down. If not, it's going to manipulate all the way up in this right here. And we'll see it on both charts that price continues higher. inverts this, closes within the range of this, and then continues higher from there, because at this point there will be no imbalances for price to continue higher to claim, and so it'll need to create imbalances before it retraces lower and claims up all of this right here. If that makes any sense. We're about to be in market open. I don't want to go to the 5-minute yet. I want to stay on the hour because the hour is life. We like the hour. He's good. We like the hour. I want to get rid of this. Good. Okay. We moved up. If this is a manipulative high, we'll see a break of structure there, and then we'll also see the move down that goes within this range here. That's going to give us what we want. Right now, this is the low. Stuff. Hello, market open. Let's see what the 30-minute has to say real quick. Yeah, we're not there yet. This candle is the deciding one. Either we break structure here or it stops where it is within this area and then continues higher. We break structure here, making this an order block. It'll be the same story on the hour. Break structure, order block here. We'll see price come up back within, which is what we kind of want to see on the higher time frame. From the lower time frame, we want to see it come back up. We want to revisit this, close within, respect, and barrel on down. Do I think trading today is a good idea? It can be, but I want to see my confluences met. And we're going to take things extremely cautiously because we know on the NASDAQ price is already manipulated beyond the high and that it could continue higher. And that because of all the confluences down low, all these imbalances, and now that I've really examined this order block, this range of order blocks here, I'm less convinced it's going to hit this and more convinced it might hit this low before it hits this. So I'm thinking 75% of the position out is where I'm going to go for right there. Yeah, 30 minutes for that to close. Let me go to 5 and let's see what's going on. So we had manipulation there, break of structure off of this low, making this whole thing an order block. We get to retrace back up in. No, not yet. We've been in a consistent down this whole time. We've had to break structure in any of this. We broke structure. Right there, making this an order block. Came within, breaker block. So I think price is going to continue higher based on the 5-minute, but at the same time, we have a breaker structure here, which is much more confluential on the higher time frame than this stuff over here was. Let's say, where the heck did it go? Okay, I think we just saw low manipulated on top of that break. Oh, hello. Hello. 1 hour. Hi. How are you? What did we do? We came down far enough not to hit this right here, which was on the 30-minute, if I'm not mistaken. The low. That was just a 30-minute low is what that was. On the hour, it's just a fair value gap. We have news today. I know it's a red folder. Hello. So 226 lesser unemployment claims. We have actual less than forecasted given currency because it was less. Now we see that move up. That was at 8:30 a little while ago. 4 p.m. President Trump speaks, and that could change at any second. Remember Tuesday, this past Tuesday, we only had one folder, and then out the blue he popped up like, oh, that's new. Did not see that when I jotted it all down. So today might be another one of those days where I don't take a trade just because we're in the positive at the moment, and realistically speaking, right now it's I don't know. It's doing a thing right now. Hello. What's up? Oh. I'll pause the recording. I will be right back. Not much has changed. It's currently 9:40. I'm going to abide by my same rules, by TGR's rules. If by 10:30 we can't manage to find a trade worth taking, we're not taking a trade today. We're going to be as safe as possible with it. Huh. Interesting. So, the 8:30 news, right? That came out. When it came out, we were supposed to see price move up. It did. But as you can see, it moved up and there was enough of the sell side pressure to keep it mitigated. Break of structure, move up or in. This break of structure leads this to be an order block. Did it close within range? Yes. Breaker block. Breaker block's a thing. Now on the 1 minute, this is a little bit of a risk. Break of structure there. I'm inclined to sell here. Order rejected. Okay, let's do that then. Sell. Yes. I don't think you've ever seen an order rejected before. Wonder what that's about. We're gonna put our stop loss above this high here. Pump my take profit. If it chooses to go as far down as that, it'll go down all the way. That's 19. What's this? 12. I say let's choose the happy in between. Because there is also one right there that we could really take a look at there. I want to see price come down to here. That would be a fun thing to see, but I don't think it will. Again, we're going to be taking very, 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 very cautiously our time. We're going to be taking care of it. Pretty much all of it. Let me see something right quick, because we broke structure there. There's a reason we have it so close. Because we see this move up here off of this break of structure from this uptrend. I'm doing this wrong. This is the 1 minute. This is the 5 minute. So from the 5 minute, right, we see break of structure here off of this low from this uptrend because we broke structure there. We have order block there. Cool. Revisit breaker block. Breaker block sign the continuation of this order block. We'll see it move on down. Yeah. We've entered on 0.45. I think I'll exit out at increments of 0.05 until we reach the double order block stack right there. I want to see that hit in such a way that we actually claim that. Let's go ahead and manage this. We're going to partially close 0.05. Close 0.05 of 0.45. Yes. Good. All right. Oh, hello. Let's see what price does from this point forward. We entered on the fact that there was a break of structure on the 5 minute. We entered on the fact that throughout the hour and the 4 hour, we're 1 on a downtrend, 2 in retrace, 3 have many different confluences below it that price can manipulate first to continue higher. And then, of course, 4, the break of structure on the 5 minute, pretty much guaranteeing and signaling us, hey, price is manipulated this low, but because there are so many more imbalances down below, it's going to continue lower, manipulate them, and then move higher. That's what we're wanting to see. We have an order block that was filled via breaker block. That breaker block is our stop loss movement, right? We're going to let that sit there. We're not going to change it. We have our take profit set pretty far low, but that's the mid-range of where all the imbalances stop and where I think I'm justified to put it via the amount of imbalances throughout. I'm going to pause the video now. I'm going to watch this very carefully. If we hit this range right here and we succeed beyond it, I will take 0.15 off of this. That'll leave us with 0.25 remaining. And then we'll see it come on down. We'll take 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. And then if we hit this, that'll be our final take profit. I want to be extremely careful with this. I do not want to lose this trade. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to let this right here sit the way it is. You can see the final take profit. You can see where this is. You can see my stop loss. And you can see the moment we've all been waiting for, whether or not this is going to pass or not. That being the case, BRB. Almost forgot to unmute there. Pardon me. Pardon me. Here he is at the end of the line. Waiting for it to hit our final take profit. We have 0.10, I think 0.10 of the 0.45 remaining. We're kind of hoping for it to hit. that final take profit, so we can get our market finally. We took a trade up here. We watched it manipulate this high here, and we assumed, okay, breaker block mode, it'll continue down, but we wanted to make sure, absolute sure, we wanted to see this low get hit, and then we want to see a break of structure off of this consolidation breakout, revisit of the order block from the breakout, and then from there, continuation down. We took a little bit of a risk and called it roughly in here that we had a breaker block, revisit, or sorry, order block, break of structure, breaker block, and then repetition of the move, but in greater terms. We entered way up here, so yes, we took a little bit of a risk on that breaker block being the way it was. We wound up taking 0.5 off of that. We took the half I was saying before, 0.15 off of that, so we at this point would have 0.20 remaining. This right here, I took the odd number completely off, so we were sitting at 0.15, right? Actually, no. I did an odd number here, and then I took it off here. This would have been our 0.15. I think we still have 0.15 in. Oh no, it could be a mistake. In either case, we're looking at this move down. We were a bit of a scare here. We had a breaker block, or break of structure going back up and in. We knew this area would get tested, so I wasn't too concerned with it, and we didn't break structure on the 30-minute or the hour. This entire time, by the way, we've been in a fight against the 4-hour and the daily. Both of those say we're still in an uptrend. I don't know why or how, but they both say, yeah, we're in an uptrend. But going back to what I was saying earlier, I mean, we've been in a steady downtrend for a minute now. We got a mini break of structure, but it didn't last long. This was more of a breaker block retrace, right? To help us continue on down. We got the continuance. It respected this area, closed within, dropped below, closed below that, breaking structure again, gave us an order block here. We had a retrace back up, but it wasn't high enough to retest this order block in particular. I'm very, very curious to see if we can hit this take profit. I really don't want to see us break structure again because I don't think we have another area that it can retest. It'll just break and then continue higher. That being said, today is pretty much a successful trade. I mean, we got back, we got back a little bit. We entered here and we started with 31.64. We have since made $2 worth of, no, we made $7. We made a decent chunk of change from this 31 to 38 here. We good. And if we can hit this final take profit, I think we'll have actually made this extra $7 here. So that right there is actually going to go all the way up to 45, as you can see here off this equity. Equity represents the sum of balance, credit, and unrealized. So this is the total we'd have after we get out of trade if we take this final take profit. So take a look at this number here. That's essentially what we're going to end up with in the event we can hit our final take profit. Yeah. I think we're good so far. I think we're all right. I think we're okay. Today was a successful trade day and a successful trade week, as it is Thursday and Friday. I think we have news that is not our friend. We have 4 p.m. on that. Let's see what Friday. Friday, there's no news. Okay. Oh, there's no news on Friday. We might potentially trade Friday. I'm not entirely sure. We shall see about that. Okay, chat? Okay, comment section? We shall see if we can take a trade Friday. Not going to guarantee it. We shall see. We had high impact news today around 8:30. We missed it completely. We consolidated from that high impact news. We got to see President Trump speak, and at the moment we are currently at 11:46, so there is a decent amount of time before he speaks. I'm fully committed to the position I'm in right now. I do believe we are going to hit that final take profit before he speaks. So that's the thing. If you've enjoyed this video so far, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're newer on the comeback and are honestly wanting to learn this. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't ask me for any real advice. I would highly recommend checking out TJR's channel. I'm not going to put his link in this video, but you can find his links in other videos of mine. Be sure to check him out. I'm giving all the credit of my learning this to him because I have legitimately, I'm not going to say I've mastered anything because I have yet to pass demo. This is my second month in demo, and I've only just recently passed July, and it was on a hairpin, dude. I could not have been any closer to failing July. I could not have. Okay, so be sure to check him out. Subscribe to him because he knows a lot more than I do. He's got way more experience than I do. He's also made a lot more money than I have. And I'm honestly looking forward to getting better at this. September. I know this is kind of jumping the gun. I know this is kind of presuming I'm going to succeed. September. If we can succeed September, if we can succeed August and September, okay? There's going to be one serious change to how I upload. There's going to be a serious change in how I conduct my time, okay? And it's going to revolve at the core around this. My goal is to succeed in this, so much so I can then succeed with real money, real capital, right? Because this will be the only source of my income, right? This will be put as priority. I will continue to make videos to show the progress from demo to real life, right? I will then also focus on uploading gaming content, okay? That's my goal. That's my want. That's the hope. That's where I'm at with this. How close are you going to get before you tap it? Tap, tap, taparoo. Come on now. We're right there. We were right there. You got a minute to go, and you're just going to keep going down. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm not moving that take profit because, honestly, I think that is where we are. Hallelujah. We ended today's trade with 45.39, an entire. That's like $10. Yeah, that's like $10 above where we were. We went from 31 to 45. So a whole $14. I'm satisfied with today's trade. Thank you so much for watching. Wonder if does it show it here? Shows price, shows instrument, shows amount. What about order history? Does it actually? Yeah, it does. It gives a little bit more detail, but it doesn't show. No, it does show the time. It shows time right here. Okay, so that's the thing. Here are my trades. This is the entrance today's stuff, and as you can see, we went from 1600 all the way up to 1800. We waited a decent amount of time for all of this, but the end result was we got what we wanted off of the final take profit. Thank you so much for watching again. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.